everybody. I'm so excited to be here. Listen, listen, listen. I need everybody, and I mean everyone, jump in right now. State your name, say what city and state that you're from. This is about to be an exciting, exciting episode. This is season 5 live, and we are about to have our last episode for the season, guys. So, let me be official and welcome you all to Ladies Takeover Empowerment Podcast, where we're all about helping you to succeed and become the very, very best version of yourself. So, if you haven't already, make sure that you state your name, city, state. Take some time while we're getting started to share this with your friends, family, because this is going to be an episode that you do not want to miss. If you've been going through difficult times, difficulty financially, trying to figure out what it is that you want to do, how you want to get your business started, all of those different types of things, this is going to be the episode for you to figure some things out. And I have an expert here who I have the privilege of calling not just a friend, but family. He has been so inspirational to my husband and I, has actually helped us financially in some areas and things that we were trying to do. And so I don't want you to miss this. You want to know how to be better. You want to know what to do, how to do things better. This is the episode for you. So don't waste any time. I need you all to make sure right now that you go on and invite your friends, family, invite everyone to be a part of this episode on today. So, are you guys ready? I know that I am. I'm super, super excited to introduce to the world. Some people know him from calling him Crypto Steve. Some people know him from being a part of the many businesses that he has, and he has some things that he can tell you about of how you could subscribe and be a part of his financial I want to say series that he offers to people to help you in different areas. And I'll let him talk about it because I don't want to misspeak or say something wrong. But I want to introduce to the world this man that everybody has to know. And you have, if you want to be successful, everyone needs this type of person in their life. So I am going to introduce to the world none other than my good friend, Mr. Crypto Steve Coates. Hey there.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hey, what's going on? How you doing?
Nothing. I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
Fantastic. Thank you for having me on your show. It's an
I am
honor.
super, super excited. You just have no clue. So excited. Um, I saw you put a post up saying, like you were waiting for the right time and now is the right time. And
Yes.
sometimes we're in different seasons in our life and we have to be in a place to where we allow God to tell us what to do, when to do it, so that we can bless others. And I know that that's your personality. I know that that's what you're all about, is blessing people. And so I'm so excited to have you on today. Hey, Denise. Who else is on here? We have Sherry Brown. Hey there. Yes, everyone needs a Crypto Steve in your life. I'm trying to tell you. And so I'm going to get myself out the way, Steve. I'm going to let you introduce yourself, tell everyone a little bit about yourself and whatever it is that you want to share. And then we can kind of get into some more conversation. Hey there, girl. Hey, Kenyatta.
That's my
Go
wife.
ahead.
Awesome, awesome. Well, I most definitely I want to say your husband and you and your husband have been inspirational in my life as well. Knowing y'all for years and just being having that partnership that I would say, a friend when you really need a friend,
Right.
and making sure that you guys are all going the same direction. So I love you for that. I love y'all. I love y'all for that. And so for everyone that don't know me, my name is Steve Coates, better known as Crypto Steve. I mean, you can call me Steve. That's fine. A lot of people call me a lot of things, but this name, and I'll tell you how that started in a minute. But just to let everyone know who I am, first of all, I am a man of God, right?
Come on.
I love the Lord. Most definitely, I'm a Bible believing, tongue speak, word
Come on
speaking,
here.
tongue, Holy Ghost filled, tongue speaking believer of my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. That is the most definitely the joy of my life. And then there's my wife,
Come
who
on.
is the better half of me, right? The
Yes.
one that makes me complete, that help me when when I need the help in every area of my life. So I am a husband. I am also a father, a grandfather as well.
Wow.
I love my kids. I love, I look back at what I'm doing, and I remember sharing this with my son one time. I say, listen, man, I know I'm commissioned to do this, to make the change, to make the difference, to make sure that my family don't have to go through some of the things that I had to go through.
Right.
So I know I'm commissioned to do that. So I'm willing to sacrifice. And I know
That's
some
what's
things
up.
I won't be there for. Sometimes I need to be there, but I got to make the sacrifice, because if I don't know if I don't know if it'll come after me. And I know I'm commissioned for it. So I am a father, a grandfather, and most important, I mean, not most important is Jesus, right? But one of the most great things is that I'm a businessman. I'm a businessman on many levels. A lot of people don't know me as being that business. I don't talk about business that much because I'm the type of person that I like being in the business, and I like the tongue in my shoes, the match the tongue in my mouth. But I've been
Hmm.
blessed, Dr. Curry, for many years, just growing businesses from ground up. I had built multiple businesses in multiple industries. And when I look back at my life, and I'm like, how did I do it? And of course, there's God, then there's me, right?
Come on.
So
Hmm.
God had just blessed me to just be in many industries and just learn, that business. I would say the not the pen and the paper business part, but learning the business from building ground up. And that's what I love doing. And so I have done that in many industries in many years. And I just got great at it, man, of course, because of God.
That's key right there to acknowledge. My husband and I, tell this quick story. We were talking to our youngest son Joshua, and as you know, he has some great ways of his father, and he was playing the drums yesterday, and he did a phenomenal job. When I say he did, he was on it, right? He was so
Mhm.
good, and then people were asking him, how did you get so good? Who taught you how to play? How old are you? So he was saying he was 12, and everybody was amazed. And so their next comment was, well, who taught you this? And he was like, I kind of taught myself, you know. And I said, you know, you didn't teach yourself. And my husband was like, you probably should have said your father. But I'm like, you know, your dad taught you how to play. And sometimes we have to give credit where credit is due, because we know that we're not that great. We know that we're not that smart. We know that we're
Mhm.
not that
Mhm.
amazing. And it's
Yeah.
nothing but the hand of God on our lives that helps
Mhm.
us to be where we are, in and to be in places and platforms that we never thought that we would be. And so I acknowledge you and appreciate you saying that, because sometimes, you know, we can get a little full of ourselves because we do
Right.
got it going on.
Right. Right.
You know, we
Yeah.
do,
Yeah.
and you do, and God has truly blessed you, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing wrong with
That's
that.
right. That's right.
So let's jump into this conversation. You mentioned it. I want to talk about the Mega Millions. I want to talk about like people's mindset of like money and how people are always searching for a handout, right? But they're not willing to do what's necessary so that they can be the ones helping other people instead of constantly asking people for money. So tell me, how did you transition? How did you get started in any of your businesses? Because you have quite a few. You don't got to put all your business out there, but whatever you're comfortable with talking about, please tell us. And also tell us, how did you get started in crypto and this whole crypto Steve thing going on?
Okay, perfect, perfect. So I'll tell you the story of the business. One, not my last one I started, but the one that I made the most amount of money in a short period of time that pushed me to the crypto space. And
Cool.
so but I'll go back and just say some of the businesses that I got started, I looked for what was missing in our community, in the places that I live, where I live. I looked to fill the void. I promise you, everything I ever done was only to solve a void. I seen what
Hmm.
was missing, what would make it better for me. And I said, let me do something to make it easier. Let me bring it to in a place where people can get it better or at a better price at a faster rate. And so that's all. This is a true story, and I'm gonna tell y'all this. You can probably ask my cousin. I was young, around about 7 and 8, somewhere around that age. My mother used to take me to McDonald's. I was a McDonald's kid. I see the M, McDonald's, right? Like everybody else. So watch this. I used to order French fries and hamburgers, right? Great combination, right? I used to take my French fries and put on my hamburger and put ketchup on it. And then I had a French fry hamburger. We're talking about late 70s, you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, y'all
Okay.
hear what I'm saying? Late
Uh-huh.
70s. I was making a hamburger with French fries on it. Now, some people say, yeah, that's crazy. Why would you do that? Well, about 20 some years later, back in early late 90s, me and my cousin was at the McDonald's or at some restaurant. He said, man, you see that? They got French, I think it was Checkers or something. So they got French fries on hamburgers.
It was checkers.
Used to do
Yep.
that when you was a kid. You was the
Uh-huh.
first one I seen did that.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that not that I'm anybody special, but I always look for the void in the marketplace. So just to let y'all know, kind of like the mindset behind what drove me. So you
Mm,
can take something with you. It's the mindset
gotcha.
that you got to develop and you got to have that will take you from the the traditional state that you're in, or the place that you are, the financial place that you are, and move you to the next place. So watch this. I had several businesses, and one of my businesses was doing all right. We started seeing the drop in sales. It was a retail store we had in a certain area, and at the time we had three of them, and I seen the sales started dropping. And around the
Mm,
third year, it dropped too much for me. And I had already prepared myself to move to another industry because I'm the type of person, I like starting things, getting it moving, getting it, producing me income. And long as I can get a income from it, cash flow, passive residual income, right? Or
mhm,
unearned income. And even in it don't have to be a lot at the beginning, but I can get it moving where it'll produce me something, and then I can walk away and go do something else and do the same thing.
mm,
I was good at that. And that's what I seen. So I started transitioning in my mind that what's next. And I used to see a lot of people come in my retail clothing store and they had all this construction gear on. I'm like, what's going on? I kept seeing it on the news. It was attracting itself. So I love what Tony
mm,
Robbins said. When you conspire to do something, everything in the
mhm,
universe come towards you, right?
mhm.
Everything drawn. So I was looking and everything started coming in construction. One of my good friends, we was in another business together, and he worked at a construction company. And then and one day he came in, he said, man, I got all of the numbers of everything that happened in the construction field. We call it the Holy Grail, right? I'm giving y'all.
Okay.
We started looking at the numbers. Man, I was up all night. I said, oh yeah, this is done. That was 2015. We started the business. So we started, doing everything we had to do around late 2000, December 2015. March, that's the 18th, 2016, we opened up a construction company. Within a month later, I'm not saying this to impress y'all, but I'm saying this to show how you have to get your mind in the right place, and then everything else come. About a month and a half later, we generated $1.2 million. And I'm
What?
saying I pay taxes on it, so I don't care.
I understand.
Right. So I pay taxes. So
Hmm.
anyway, just to let y'all know. But it was amazing month with no
Wow.
equipment. We had not, like, you wouldn't believe it. But anyway, I say that to say that this was another problem that I had. We made too much too fast,
Yeah.
and then I had to pay taxes.
The uh-huh.
That was another
Uh-huh.
problem I had to solve. So we had
Uh-huh.
the real estate. We started going to the real estate convention, started really diving into real estate to try to take our assets and move into another asset that will spit us off, but pay least amount of taxes. Not that don't want to pay taxes, but it's moving your assets around so you don't have to pay the capital gains. It's totally legal, right?
Okay.
We was in a convention in Mandalay Bay in Vegas. We was listed as one of the Crusher crew. We was announced as had doing extremely well in that company, and we was on stage and we did a couple of things, but it was that last day. Now at this time it was 2017. Cryptocurrency, I
Okay.
was in the stock arena. We got there November the 29th, 2017, November the 29th. Yeah, the 29th, around December the 5th or the 6th, 2017, Bitcoin had went up from 9,600 on the 29th of November to 12,500.
Really?
It was a 30% increase. So,
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Curry, this is what I knew for sure. In less than 7 days, the Bitcoin that I had now, of course, it created millionaires and billionaires in that month. I wasn't one of them. But I'm gonna tell you, the little bit I did have
I was
gained
gonna say.
30% in
Right.
less than 7 days. We
Mm-hmm.
were in houses that you had to hold that took 18 months, a year to just hit
Mm-hmm.
18%. And we had some phenomenal once in a blue moon, but they was once in a blue
Mm-hmm.
moon. So I seen cryptocurrency go to 30%, gain 30% profits in less than 7 days. I looked at my partner, I was like, man, I'm not going in there. I'd be a fool to go in there. I'm trying to get 12 and 15% in 12 months, 18 months, when I can gain 30% in 7 days. It's
Mm.
not how much you make, it's how quick you can make it that makes the
Gotcha.
difference. So from that point on is when Crypto Steve was birthed.
I know that's right.
Let me
That's
say this.
beautiful.
So this is what people don't know about me.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever call me or I'm ever talking to you, the one thing you will always get from me, 100% of my attention. It doesn't matter what I'm in. I can't do, I gotta get 100%. So I'll block everything else out. And I do the same thing in business. So because I said I got to be in this space because 30%
Gotcha.
is phenomenal in 7 days, I totally merged myself in there. Now that was December 2017. I'm going somewhere. Watch this. January the 12th. We was on this thread, me and some friends, and this one guy said he was buying this cryptocurrency. We all talking about cryptocurrency we buying. And at this time, I'm totally convinced I need to be somewhere where my money gonna generate 30% in 7 days. If it take a month with me, I mean, to be honest, if I can pay
First of all,
2,000,
Steve, can you pause for a second?
yeah,
Because I believe that my husband is on here.
yeah, bring them on.
Please tell everyone that you told him the same time to get the crypto to get Bitcoin back when you had it. And what did this man say?
At the time, it was hard for people to understand.
Don't make excuses for the man.
I'm not making excuses
What
for
did he
nobody.
say?
So it's one of those things. Even now, I was like, there's something that you have to put your money, but it's so hard because you're talking foreign language when in 2017. cryptocurrency wasn't like it is. You was like,
Yeah.
what's that?
Yeah.
I actually heard it before then. And I was
Really?
like, yeah, I don't know what that is. Sound good, interesting, but I'm not interested, right?
Right.
But
Right.
so even people, friends, family, they like, nah, we don't know what that stuff is. My wife was looking at me like I'm crazy. I said, babe, give me your money, I'm gonna make your money. You gonna make money. My wife would look at you real strange, like
Uh-huh.
you ain't getting my money. Right, to put it nothing. So anyway, I'm gonna tell this story. I'm going somewhere. I want y'all to hear this. So I started December 17. I started in the crypto space. I totally merged, but got involved. I learned I was up all night just diving into crypto, just learning everything I can, learning the markets, learning how crypto works. And crypto trades all night. So it's an
Right.
all night thing. It don't shut off at
Right.
3:30, 4 o'clock, 4:30 like the stock market. So it's an all night thing. So I stayed up a lot of nights just learning on the computer. But January the 18th, January the 12th, 2018, we was in a group, and the guy said, yeah, I bought this coin, I'm buying this. We all talking about what we bought, and I'll never forget it. He spent $100 on this coin. He bought it for fractions of a penny, and we all said what we was buying. We all threw money out and was buying. On Sunday, January the 14th, the coin did a pause, a bull run. Boop. I like to say a pause because it went up
Okay.
almost 11 cents. He cashed out at $100,000. Now, Dr. Curry, this what was exciting to me. I understood one thing: exposure creates expansion.
Yes.
So anybody that's exposed to opportunity like that, all it takes is for you to get totally emerged,
Yep.
and it'll happen to
Mhm.
you.
Mhm.
Let me tell you,
Mhm.
I kept hearing stories about this friend took $100,000 and made a 25,000. I heard of so many different stories, and then it happened to me
I
December
know that's right.
of 2018.
Come on.
I took 27,000 and made 135,000 in less than 4.5 hours.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
and I'm saying that because it was less than 4.5 hours.
Right. Right.
That
That's
was the game
crazy.
changer.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. I got exposed, and when I got exposed to the 30%, it grew because now I'm in the space and it's there. It's something about being in the mix when you in that right in the mix of it. When you totally merge, you become what it is that you, and that's why it happened. I believe that's one of the reasons. Of course, God, for sure. And then it's so many concepts and the crypto space that just like I promise you it wasn't my own learning. It's like God just opened up this revelation to me, start pouring this stuff out, and I started saying, how did I know that? I was doing stuff that I didn't even know the name of and making money until later the name came out. I said, arbitrage. Oh wow. I was one of the, and then and I'm sharing it with everybody. And so I'll go here. What made me start S Coach Enterprise? And you guys see, and you see S Coach Enterprise in the background. So I was on Facebook, I was on live, I did everything I possibly can, YouTube, everything, to try to show people how they can walk through these steps with me and benefit too. Now there's a lot of people that did, but there's a lot of people that didn't because of the processes was a little complicated, Dr. Whitney. So what I realized, I needed to go back and teach that how to get in and then how to
Gotcha.
get out with a profit. And that's why I created S Coast Enterprise. My main focus and my main focus, mission, and purpose of S Coast Enterprise to help people get in the space, maneuver, and get out with a profit. And that's what I've been doing in the last 2 years. And it's 2020. 2019 I started, and it's just, man, I had people make more money than me now.
What?
And
No
strategies
way.
that I taught them,
No
techniques
way.
that I taught them. I'm like, this is unbelievable. But I mean, I'm glad. I'm glad.
Yeah,
I'm
but I
proud. I'm
mean,
glad.
it's a fact. You have Dominique is on here now saying he asked you, you asked him to open up his account and was like, how much you want to make? I
Yeah.
remember him telling me that. He was like, in a couple hours, he was like, how much you want? How much, what you want? What we doing right
Yeah.
now?
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's crazy. And I really believe, I tell people all the time that there is a frequency that God resides, and he's speaking and talking. And a lot of times we just don't open up ourselves to that realm,
Mm,
and we don't ask God. We're asking God, God, please give me some money. God, please make a way. God, I need you to provide. And he's saying it's bigger. His ways and thoughts are bigger than ours. You want a way to provide? I'm going to show you how you can get whatever you want whenever you want it if
come
you
on.
learn how to tap into
Yes.
him. He
Yes.
owns everything. He has
Yes.
everything. So why would he keep that access away from us? And all you did was open up your mind for wisdom and understanding, and God drops it on you like
Dropped
that
it.
to be
Yes.
able to not just bless yourself and your family and your generations to come, but everyone else around you that's attached to you. Isn't
Yeah.
that amazing how
That's
God works?
amazing. That's amazing. Actually, I was talking to your husband earlier, and he just made things so clear for me. And it was probably around this time where I realized that I needed to help people understand this concept about crypto, well, this space, which is cryptocurrency, and how to maneuver and how to get in. What I didn't realize at the time, that I just wanted to help people
Mm,
grasp the magnitude of what they had inside of their hand. But then God started teaching me stuff like money need you.
come on.
God started telling me something. You need to put your money to work, because your money
Hmm.
will outwork you. Your
Yes,
money will outwork you. It won't call out sick. It won't call out
come
mad. It ain't
on.
sad. It ain't beefing with the rest of the employees. It ain't mad about what time it's got to get up. It's late for work. It don't do none of that. My
Come
kids is
on.
sick. My dog bit me. None of that.
Come on.
God started showing me so many different things that, I know we think we need money. He said, no, money needs you. Money
Yes.
is an instrument. It's a currency. The
Yes.
currency is designed to move. And when it don't move, it dies. And,
Hmm.
just learning those concepts that God just opened up, just kind of like you saying, like literally just open, like he took the top of my hair off my head and poured all this stuff inside of me. And I sit up some nights and are like, God, you just showed me this. How? Why?
Hmm.
Okay, I know
Hmm.
why I gotta tell everybody, right? I gotta tell everybody, because
Yes.
God know that I won't keep it to myself. I'll
Yes.
go tell it on the mountain. I'll go tell it.
Hmm.
So that's part of my
Hmm.
gift too. But it's learning that part. But then there is the understanding that, what do you do? So I was blessed to do a lot of great things. And when I was young, when I was 21, right before I met my wife, I started a landscaping business, and
Really?
in 2.5 months, I built it to a $355 a day job. I mean,
Wow.
$355 a business a day. I had people working for me, starting from zero. My
Really?
uncle gave me the lawnmower and the weed eater, and dropped me off in the neighborhood every morning. I said, "I'll just
Really?
drop me off. I'm good." I went to
Wow.
every door and started the business and built it up. In 2.5 months, 3 months later, I was doing extremely well. I had a lot of money, but I didn't have this.
Come
I
on.
didn't
That's
have the
the key.
understanding of what
Yes.
money is. So people running at the mega million, but I don't care how much money they drop into your hand. I shared this other day with somebody. I said, the reality is, it's not the money you need. You need the concept or the
Yes.
purpose of why money works. Because once you understand that, money will find you, because money
Yes.
need me. It need us.
Yes.
It
Come
need us.
on.
So it'll find you because it knows that you're going to put it where it rightfully belongs.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So I know some
Yes.
people saying, yeah, but you sound a little off. That's crazy. Watch this. I'm gonna tell y'all from one of my favorite books in the world, a scripture about uh 3 people that the Lord gave talents to,
Come
right?
on.
He gave
Come
one
on.
5, he gave one 2, he gave one 1. The one he gave 5 took the 5 and made 5 more.
Mm-hmm.
Listen at the mindset. He
Mhm.
didn't tell him. He took the
Mhm.
5. When he gave him the 5, he went and did what he had to do to gain 5 more. So he ended up
Mhm.
with 10. The one
Mhm.
that had 2 did the same. The one that had 1, he took it and saved it. Now, that's because I'll never forget this ever. Miles Monroe said this. Totally changed my life. Heard it back in the late 90s. He said, when the purpose of a thing is unknown, abuse is inevitable. When the
Wow.
purpose of a thing is unknown, abuse is inevitable.
Wow.
You will abuse what you don't know the purpose of, what you don't understand what the purpose of. You
Wow.
abuse it. And so
That's good.
that was phenomenal. That totally revolutionary. That statement changed my life. So watch this. When you don't know the purpose of money, like the one who had 1 and took it and put it and saved it, you would lose what you had. Because when the Lord came back, he said, wait a minute. Everybody else he blessed. He told the one. Now, some people say, why would he take the 1 from the 1? Why? Well, listen, because he didn't understand the purpose of what he had. He took it and took it and saved it when he was
Mm.
supposed to take it and let it move. He
Mhm.
said, I wasn't a man that can sow where I didn't reap. You supposed to took that and made more. I don't care if you put it in a place where you know it wasn't going to produce
Come
nothing.
on.
At least
Right.
it would have produced something because it's called
Right.
a currency. So, and the mindset, I know it's hard because my mother tell me, you better save your money. Mom, for what? Just in case. Just in case what? Well, you
Mhm.
never know. Well, if you got
Mhm.
vehicles that your money is producing you, really your money is supposed to work. Saving
Yes.
has never
Yes.
done. So this it,
Mhm.
Dr. Curry. You know when we take our money and put in the bank and put it in the
Right.
savings account,
Right.
you know what the bank does? They say,
They
give me
take
that.
it.
They say, give me that. You don't know the purpose of it. Because when the
That's
purpose of a thing
exactly
is
what they
unknown,
do.
abuse is inevitable. Give me that. I'll take
Uh-huh.
it and make more money.
Mhm.
And because I'm opposed, I have to give you something according to our contract. Here, and take these pennies.
Come on.
And I
Right.
make the most off your money,
Come
but
on.
you make the pennies off your money.
Mhm. Mhm.
Now, that's the part that just didn't settle with me. Because that same year in 2017, 16, we had a certain amount of money in the bank. And at the end of the year, they sent me a 1099 saying this is what they gave me. And I
Yep.
went, but I said, man, y'all crazy. You won't even lend my money back to me at that rate. And
Come
you think you're
on.
going to take my money and lend it out and won't give me nothing but pennies?
Come
Nah,
on.
give me my money. Thank you, but no thank you.
Uh-huh.
And so I know I said a lot, but this is that mindset. The mega million won't make you rich.
No, it won't.
It'll give
No,
you
it
some
won't.
money,
Mhm.
and the money will go and find people
Yes.
that it needs
Mhm.
to
That
put it
know
back
what to
into
do with it.
circulation because
Mhm.
it's a currency. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. Since you on that, same son talking to him, he wants me to get these tickets and he's like, I'm praying, man. I'm praying. I'm God heard my prayers. I'm praying. And then when the winner came up for this $1.3 billion, he was going off and he was like, who is this person in Illinois? They don't need this money. God heard me pray, and he knows that I'm gonna give it back to the church. He knows that I'm gonna build a church. I'm gonna help people that need it. And the reality is that I said, son, don't you know that you probably was not the only person praying? And not only that, but I was like, being financially stable, being rich is a mindset. It has nothing to do with the money, because there are so many stories of people who have won the lottery, millions and millions of dollars, that are broke later. And that's why the good book says that the poor you will have with you
always,
always, because it's your mentality,
yeah.
it's how you're thinking about things, how you do things. And
Mhm.
unfortunately, there is a generation of young people who want things now and want it fast. He's 12. What you gonna do with $1 billion? Get out of
Right,
here. What
right,
are you
right.
gonna do?
You
And
think
what
you'll
you
be
I
sick?
know what to do. Huh?
He probably would say, "I ain't gotta do nothing else no more." Yeah, okay. That ain't true. Now you gotta
Exactly.
find a way to protect all that money because they just blast you.
Can
And
we
so,
can you
yeah.
help somebody, please?
No,
Please
so
tell them that
I would
part.
say this. One of the things I learned a long time ago, and I wish I had $1, but I got this in front of me. So y'all know the most expensive $5 bill in the world is? Y'all know
No,
what
we
is
don't.
the most expensive $5 bill in the world is? Anybody know? It's a $5 bill, but there's one that's more expensive than any other $5 bill in the world. Anybody know what that is?
Miss Brown, Sherry Brown said yes. Somebody said what? Oh no, she said a dead one.
Not a dead one. Watch this. The one you work for.
Wow.
So watch this. I know you want something given to you, but it was given to you. And
Mm.
you'll be quick to go use it anyway. But you go put
Mm.
some blood, sweat, and tears, some sweat equity
Mhm.
in it. And you somebody
Mhm.
say, I used to tell myself, well, go ahead and spend your money. You earned it. Nah, Dad. Wait a minute. You want to spend mine, but you don't want to spend yours. Now, that's
Yes.
now I don't mind giving it to you, but can you tell me why? Dad,
Right.
you know how much I had to work for this money?
Right.
Oh, sweat
Uh-huh.
equity. So now the most
Mhm.
expensive dollar in the world is the one you work for. So you will make sure the one you work for, do what it's supposed to do. But the
Yeah.
one that's given to you, man, that $1 billion is free money to some people.
Yes.
And they'll take that free money and do whatever. And that's it's just the way it is. Now, some people take it. A guy, one of my friends said his friend hit the $25 million, and he was supposed to show up the next day to work. He said, man, I got you. I'll be back tomorrow. He said he never showed up again.
Okay. Come on.
So my friend was mad. I'm like, why? What do you thought he was going to show up for real? Like, come on,
Right.
man. You actually thought he was? Man, we talk every day. If we were hit, one of us hit, we were showing. He said, man, that's messed up. He did me. Then he had a nerve to answer my call and then hang up on me. I did. Oh my goodness. But lo and behold, he took all that money and he's broke.
Come on. I believe it.
He's
That's
broke.
crazy.
Yeah, and you hear about it all the time with
$25 million?
$25 million because you got to remember a third going to IRS.
Yeah.
The other third is going to all the family members. They're going to hound you down unless you get out of town. I tell my family members all the time, and listen, I don't mind helping you. Helping you. Money is not helping you. If I got to
No, it's
give you
not.
money, it's not helping you.
No,
And
it's
if
not.
I give it to you one time, so I get them out the way real quick. And if they listen, they know. They know this. I don't, it doesn't matter. They ask me for a little bit, I'll give it to them. Now, I don't ever ask them anything back, but they say, I'm going to pay you back. I said, okay. All right,
Mhm.
it's cool. I said, being though you said that, you do know if you don't, because of what you said, you ain't got to worry about it no more, right?
Yep.
Worry about what?
Yep.
Coming to me
Yep.
again.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So the reality is that yeah, they will hound you. And I'm not saying every family member gonna hound you, but you got a third that you got all these plans that you plan on doing. So I said, get out the country. What you did. There's only one problem, Sherry. You taking you with you. And if you go with you and you got it for
Oh.
free, it ain't gonna be long. Unless you got
Oh.
some great financial people around you that's helping you. But yeah,
Come on. That's the point. That's why they're saying on here in this article they're talking about how people will request for their name, their location, all of their identity to never be revealed cuz they don't want people asking them for money. They don't want people to know, and before you know it, it's gone. But I tell my family members all the time, especially my husband, you wouldn't give anybody. I'm not even giving you $100. No, I'm not. I don't care how much money I have. I know that when I want a return on my investment, I have to sow in good soil. And there is no way that
That's
I'm going
true.
to give to someone my hard-earned money or something that I work to get, and I know that you're going to do something wrong with it, or I know that you're going to misuse it, and then I expect a return on it. How
That's
can I get a return, or how can something grow when it was put in bad soil? There's no way.
that's
I
right.
can't receive it.
That's
So
right.
why am I looking and expecting for blessings and money and for things to adjust and turn in my life when I keep giving my money away? I
Hmm.
keep handing it and putting it in dead places, bad soil where nothing is growing, nothing is prospering. And
Hmm.
I'm saying all that to say is that there's a way that you have learned how to find the right place to put your money, to
Yes.
invest your money. Because when I first came to know you, because I know that we knew you for a while, but when it came to money, I remember you and your partner talking about, I was trying to find a place to park my money so I didn't have to pay so many taxes, and
Right.
so you have
Right.
to know that there's more to just, making some money and then spending the money. It's knowing how to sow and plant your money in the right places so that
That's
it
right.
can continue to reproduce and grow and grow and grow.
Mhm.
And that's what you have done. That has been how I have seen you with my own eyes help people to maximize when there's people taking advantage of people. There's people, my husband and I were just talking about, where people will take thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of dollars to tell you how to maximize your money or where to put your money at, only to just be scamming them and taking their money. And I
Right.
believe that God continues to bless you because that's not what you do. You're
That's
here
right.
to help people, to show people the right way to be able
Mhm.
to maximize their money.
Yes, yes. I remember, and it's on YouTube somewhere. It's a video that I showed with a simple strategy called arbitrage. And I remember walking through the step-by-step process of trying to show people. And I knew it. And the thing was, it wasn't that I was gonna mess it up with myself, but somebody said that. They said, why are you showing people this? Are you crazy? You gonna mess it up for yourself? You
What?
gonna mess. So I said, I want everybody to have the opportunity to be wealthy. And they say,
Yes.
you crazy. Everybody ain't gonna be wealthy, and you just messing this up. And I said, and then my next statement was, if I don't give away what I know, God won't give me more.
Come
Not money,
on.
information,
Yes.
the ability to be in a great position, the opportunity. God won't give me more. He won't give me more of the knowledge I need to help people be more free. See, that's the thing. One thing too, Dr. Curry, I've realized that in my latter years, it was never about the money to me and everything I did. It
Mm,
was always about me being the best of me. I
that's
worked in a
good.
Burger King. I'm gonna tell her I started in this Burger King. My wife was pregnant with my son, my youngest child, and I worked at Burger King in Oxon Hill. I was 23 years old, and the guy said, "Well, I can only work you part time, Steve." I said, "All right, cool. I no problem." He said you're gonna be cleaning the bathrooms. You're gonna be, of course, mopping, sweeping the dining room, washing dishes, all the stuff that nobody wanted to do.
Right.
I said, I love it. The first day, he said, I can only work you 4 hours. Okay, no problem. So 8 o'clock came, he'll work me to 8 to 12. So the first day I worked, I cleaned the bathroom, swept the floor, mopped the dining room, mopped everything, washed all the dishes in less than an hour. And then I went back to him and said, all right, man, what you want me to do now? He said, man, you got to clean the bathrooms and wash the dishes. I said, I did. He said, no, you ain't cleaned the bath. I said, yeah, I cleaned them. Let's go look. We went and looked. He said, man. And he started looking and said, man, you cleaned this good. He said, you washed the dish? I said, I washed them too. Let's go look. Went look. He said, man, shoot, ain't nothing else you can do. So
Wow.
I said, all right, well, every time somebody came in the dining room, I ran out there, wiped the table down, cleaned the floor. I mean, swept the floor. If there's anything, I did everything that I posed. I started helping the people that was cooking that didn't do none of that. I said, man, y'all go
Mm.
ahead on y'all break. I learned their job.
What?
In about 3 days. Now, I wasn't doing it again for the money because they
Right.
couldn't pay me enough.
Right.
They couldn't pay me enough. And I was a business owner in previous years that
Mm.
had the landscaping business that I done
Mm.
extremely well. I knew about the speed and implementation of getting the
Gotcha.
job done. I had learned this all my life. So I said, nah, I'm just trying to help. I'm gonna help everybody. They would go on their lunch break. I would everything I did and they did. I would
Mm.
cook the burgers, put the buns through, wash the dishes, clean the bathroom. If the bathroom got dirty, clean the dining room. When they sit out in the dining room and made it dirty on their lunch break, I would go out there and clean. Watch it. The next week, he was like, man, shoot, man, I'm going to be honest, man. I don't need them guys. I don't need them. I only need you.
What?
I didn't do it to take their jobs. I never
Right.
intended on this to happen. And about that next week, the guy started coming and say, man, you doing all this? You doing all this for pennies? You moving and jumping around here, man, cleaning all this stuff. You doing real good for pennies. I said, hold up, man. I think I was doing this for money. Never.
Come on.
Never. Money is never my object here.
Come
I did
on.
this because I wanted to be the best me. I
Wow.
wanted to see how much I can get done. I wanted to
Help
see
somebody,
how
Steve.
good I can do, what I can be. And every job I had after that, and not that I did it intentionally, it just happened. And I say that to say, because remember when I told y'all, when I do something, I'm 100%
You
in.
did say that.
I'm gonna be the best at it. You can best believe I'm gonna give it all, and not all I got. I'm gonna give it all until I
Mm-hmm.
succeed, because that's the key. Don't stop until you succeed. So anyway, that was a learning experience for them and me. And again, I wasn't trying to take anybody's job. I felt bad because the guy he gave me more money, but I never asked for the money. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I never asked for the money. And,
Mm-hmm.
and now I know why God dropped stuff in my head like money needs you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Money need us. Money will find you, run you down, and overtake you. Then I
Mm-hmm.
understand why he will open up the windows and pour out blessings
Come
that you can't
on.
attain. See, it really started coming alive to me because all of the things in my life I was living according to. I was
Wow.
like, wait a minute, man, all this stuff is happening to the house I'm in.
Yeah.
That's a phenomenal story, and your husband knows, like, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'll
Mm-hmm.
tell that one day on your podcast. I'll really, but yeah, I'm excited. But it's the mindset, you guys. We got to have the mindset that we can't just it. There's something that's called living and existing. Living and existing. It's a whole bunch of people existing, but living is a different. I'm not talking about money, y'all. Let me get you away from money. Money follows you or finds you and come to you. But when you're living in the purpose, the plan, the
Mm.
design
Mm.
of what you created to do, I promise you, listen to what the scripture say. The birds don't have to worry about it.
Come on.
They don't have to worry about eating.
You
Why they don't have
right.
to worry about eating? They
Yeah.
just fly, worshiping God. Why? Because they living in the purpose
That he
which
created
they
them.
are
I like that.
designed and mission to do,
I
and
like
you
that.
will have all that you need
I
taken
like
care
that.
of. And then one of my favorite scriptures, I'm gonna leave y'all with this. First, my first store was first things first, and I based it off of Matthew 6:33. It was one of my favorite scriptures. It still is. It was a scripture that really made good sense to me. That if I would put God first, if I would seek Him first, His rule, His reign, His way of doing things, then everything else will be added.
Mm.
I
Mm.
only focus on doing that.
Come on.
Everything else followed.
Come on.
Down to the car I drove, I spoke it, down to the place that we had moved in, down to my store moving to, I mean, I will begin to, I could tell you, it's just, and it ain't that I'm anybody special, y'all. I promise you, I'm gonna tell y'all another story one day that totally blow your mind. But it's just that I just want to make sure I'm doing what God wants first, number one. But when I did that, I never took the things that everybody thought was valuable, like money, and
Mm,
made it my focus. I still
mm,
today, I never make money my focus. I don't know why.
mm,
It's just not appealing to me to make it my focus.
mm.
What's appealing to me is the living in my purpose and doing what helping, serving. Serving is very important to me. And
Yeah.
being the best me, because I understand I can't be better. I can't help nobody unless I'm better first. So anyway, I'm sorry.
That's true. And I'll just say this because I get on Crypto Steve and my husband all the time about helping, and they will work tirelessly even after a time. Sometimes like it's like they swap, so Steve will be up all night helping people, then he swapped, then Nick up all night helping people, and I'd be like, listen, you guys. And what's sad is that you got to say that you help people too much, and the only reason why I say it is because sometimes people don't value what it is
That's
that you're giving to them. This information that you are sharing, you haven't even really tapped into all of it, but the information that you're sharing, some people are so bent on the fact of how much does something cost? What is this? And they're holding on so tight with their fists closed that they can't open to realize that as soon as you give it away, God will give you more.
true.
And I think that we get so focused on not giving of our time and attention because we want to put a dollar amount on it and we want to put a price tag on certain things. So I'd be like, listen, even if you charge people like $50, something, so people don't just use and abuse you. But the reality is that the information that you have, the information that you have shared with so many other people, there's no dollar amount that you can put on it because it's wealth. It's wealth information,
That's
knowledge that will change your life information. That if you were to tap into it, not a get rich quick scheme, not a Ponzi scheme, not join my company so that you can make, no, this is personal information where you take your own money and Steve will show you what you need to do and how you need to do it and walk you step by step through it. And I hear him. He has tell them, Steve, don't you have people ages and a number? You have people who are in their 80s that you help still get money now.
yes, yes. I had a lady, and my wife was there. She had called me one time. She had hit me on Facebook. She was like 79 at the
Okay.
time. She was living in Texas, and she hit me on Facebook and said, call me. I have to tell you, you have changed my life. You can
Wow.
call me and ask me anything. And man, I called her. I said, so what happened? Well, she told me, and I said, can I call you? And I put her on speakerphone, and she said, my husband passed away. We own business. I couldn't operate the business. This was in
Mm,
2018. She said, I didn't know how to operate the business. So I had to sell the business, 80. Sell the business. And when I sold, she said, when I sold the business, I had this money, but I didn't know what to do. And
wow.
my husband was the sole provider of our income and his businesses. So now I know that this money is going to run out, but I
Mm-hmm.
need to do something with it. And I found
Mm-hmm.
you online
Wow.
showing us a strategy. You was on YouTube, and I learned that strategy. And I want to tell you, I had made thousands of dollars, and now all I do is use that.
Really?
Yeah, I was
Wow.
blown away. I got it somewhere on my Facebook, but my wife was there. My wife was looking at me, and I'm like, wow. It's
Wow.
those stories that really push me more,
Mm-hmm.
because you're making a difference. One thing for sure, I want to make sure that I'm being effective, and somebody is grabbing a hold of the information and taking it and applying it. Now I had thousands of people, when we went to South Africa, man, them people love, man, I still get calls from people. They like,
That's crazy.
see, show me the strategy, show me this, show me that. They paid me that. I mean, some would send me money, some would send me crypto and say, man, thank you, I have learned and made tons of money. And yeah, it is valuable, because listen to this, Whitney. If I can show you something that you can take and use for the rest of your life
Right.
and earn money, how valuable is that? You
Right.
know? So,
Mm-hmm.
and I agree. Sometimes I devalue because it comes so easy. it's so natural to me in a
Mhm.
sense, right?
Mhm.
So I and then I'm the type of person, man. They used to say this about my father. Now I had two parents. One, my mother, she took all care of all her brothers and sisters, and she did whatever she had to do for them. And then my father, he would give his money away. Watch this. They said he would give the shirt off his back. Now I had two parents I grew up with that was like this. Now I had to find the balance somewhere in my life,
Right.
right? So both of them was a giving, they was giving, but I had to find the balance in my life. And what I could tell you is that I believe that's why they still here. I believe that's why I'm who I am.
Mm.
They was the ingredients that God
Mm.
put together to make me so I can help my generation and many more people all over the world change their life, especially in a time like this. Dr. Curry,
Yes.
this is what people don't understand. I don't know if this means anything to anybody, but this really just totally blows my mind. I wasn't born in the 50s and lived out, and if you was born in the 50s, maybe a little earlier or whenever, um let's say a little earlier than that, I'm sorry, 1900s, you'll probably be passed on by now, right? Most likely.
I will hope
But
so.
we wasn't born 10 years from now, right? Of course we born
Mhm.
that, but we was born in the middle of a currency shift.
Yeah, that's true.
Not in the US,
Yeah.
not in Europe, the
Mhm.
world.
The world globally. Mhm.
What does that mean? That means money will not be the same. The way that we know money won't be the same. All right, so let me help. Anybody remember them? I wish I had a VHS tape. I wish I had. Oh, I got something right here for it.
You have a VHS tape?
I do. I got a VHS recorder. Anybody remember these?
Yes.
The
Yes,
Polaroid.
that part,
Now this is
yes.
an old one. This not the
Yes.
new one because they started
Those
coming back
are
out with them.
old.
But most of us probably never heard of this, right?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Some of us never seen this, heard this, don't even know what this is. But watch this. These are no longer in existence. Actually, cameras don't even exist too much. They got
Yeah,
some
you're right.
professional cameras, but now
Mhm.
everybody using a phone. So when you talk about being in the middle of a shift where money, the way that we used to using it, is now changing to a digital currency, and we at the beginning of it,
Yeah.
that's when things can change.
Yes.
That's when the shift of the wealth of the wicked is stored up for the
Come
right.
on.
You had to be born.
Come
You had to be
on.
born into slavery in
Ooh.
Egypt to be a part of
Ooh.
that. And you couldn't be born
Ooh.
before. You had to be born
Ooh.
right around that time when
Mhm.
Moses started leading his people out of
Mhm.
Egypt. And they said
Mhm.
there wasn't a hoof left in Egypt.
Mhm.
There was a shift. And I'm saying
Mhm.
that they took a lot of wealth with them. And I'm saying that to say that shift is happening now. Um, and we have it where there's a currency that's safe, secure. The blockchain is the most innovative technological innovation of our time. There will be none as of now, nothing that in before that can do what the blockchain technology does for our generation, for our lives from this day forward. It's just the safest, securest protocol on the internet. Not without going any further, it is the wave of the internet.
Absolutely. In fact, we were just in the Royal Farms last night and they had a commercial come on talking about the Dogecoin, Bitcoin, all the different cryptos. They were just listing them as if it was like common knowledge. And I was like, we would have never heard this just a year ago. People were just now, and people were still kind of like, I don't know, I'm not sure. And now on movies. My kids are watching like anime cartoons. It's everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Kids, and now the new thing is NFTs, and kids
Mm-hmm.
are buying them. And it's amazing to see the shift right before our eyes. And people are praying and asking God for answers. God, lower the gas prices. The gas prices ain't lowering. We are in a season of inflation, and so money is losing value. And if you don't know what to do with your money, you gonna lose yourself too. You gonna be out on the street trying to figure things out instead of moving with this shift that you're talking about. And there's an
Yes.
answer to it. There's a way to get around this shift with money and things changing. And I think that you have the key, as you said, is being in the right space at the right time with the right knowledge, with the right information, and the right tool
Yes.
to put
Yes.
your money to work for you. Put overalls on your money and let it work for you.
That's right. Yes.
Absolutely,
25-8. You
100%.
can't outwork your money. You can't do it. Your money will outwork. Again, your money don't fall asleep. It don't get tired. It don't call out slick. It ain't got a problem. The car broke down. I ran out of gas. I got a flat tire. I'm going to be late. Nah, none of that happened. It
Mhm.
is a opportunity. Your money is a currency, and it will
Mhm.
outwork you and the rest of your life if you put it in the
Mhm.
right currency, if you put it in the
Yes,
right
it
vehicle.
will.
I like to
Yes.
say vehicles because vehicles is what moves money, and that's what we have. And some strategies, some techniques that we have, that what it takes right here. Yeah,
Yes, they do. Sherry Brown, she said, just like you said, they got what we got, but they don't have what we have.
yeah, we got what they got, but they don't have what we had.
Uh-huh.
That's right.
Absolutely.
It's true.
And Dominique said money works for him all day and all night. And it's a fact. You know what I mean? And I have some people, we just went and did a finance seminar. Now it'll be 2 weeks, almost a week ago. And in the discussion after it was over, people are like, I just need to sit with you and with Dominique. I need someone to give clear direction and insight on what it is that I need to do or how I need to do it. And we can't talk about everything today. We can't do all of that. Like, we've hit a whole lot of different things, but I want people to know that if there's more conversation, more talk, the how to's, the details of exactly of your money and what it is that you want to do, that you do have that service available.
Yes.
So I'll post up here, share with people how they can get in touch with you, what you have, the vehicles that you have, so they can contact you, and someone from your team will be in contact with them. Can you share that with us?
Yes, yes. So for sure. So you can contact me, and if you know, of course, Dr. Curry, you can contact him. We and Lady Curry as well. For us, I, we're here. We work as a team. We want to make sure we assure one thing, that you guys know, but in all of your getting, get
With
understanding.
understanding,
Because
yeah.
then you use wisdom. Wisdom is doing what you know rightly, and we willing to help. We want to make sure that you understand what you have in your hands. And I have a training platform. Again, it's called S Coach Enterprise. I'm sorry, it's called the eBrand Club, but you can go to www.scoachenterprise.com. I train and coach in the space every single week, sometimes twice a week. We just go over strategy. We go over different techniques. I make sure people learn what it takes to maneuver in the space, so when it happens, you'll be already updated and know. um that's one thing. We got some phenomenal things that exist in the cryptocurrency. Listen, you guys, some of you that's on here, if you looking at your bank, I was just in the bank a couple of days ago, and I was talking to the lady, and I was like, how much my money, I got some money in my checking accounts. How much money my money made me for bills, right? She was like, oh, you ain't getting no money. You won't never get no money from the bank. I said, really? I said, well, what's the plan? Because people got their money in. How much y'all paying them? They said, oh, it's 0.001. Then this PNC. So I was like, 0.001. I said, now that's phenomenal, right? For y'all, for the bank, it's phenomenal. But I want to share this. when you hear of the percentages that I promise you, you're not used to them. So they sound scary, but they real. They real. I have one coin. Whitney talked about Dogecoin. Dogecoin or Dogecoin. It was brought like it's Dogecoin was I bought it in August of 2020, right? Watch this. At 3/10 of a penny. February of 2021, it went to 6 cents. I spent $725. It gave me 2,165% in less than 8 months. Let me say that again, 2,165%. I wouldn't be, I got a picture. I'll show you one day that what the profit margins gave me are unreal in the traditional world. But cryptocurrency, it happens all the time. It is a known fact that money grow exponentially in the crypto space. That's why most traditional finance institutions don't want you to take your money out of their control and put it there because you will never go back. It's just a known fact. We have some phenomenal things that produce you know, numbers that you won't believe. All right, let me say this, but they're real, and you can withdraw. I share this, and I won't tell y'all everything on here because it's a lot. I would probably dig too deep, and you probably like, all right, I need you to help me bring me back out. I would just say this. Listen, this is what I would say. Most definitely contact me or Dr. Curry or Miss Lady Whitney Curry. Contact us somewhere, somehow. Message me. If it takes a little bit of time, sometimes if I don't get back, I'm not on Facebook all the time. I do look on most of the time, but contact us. If you don't hear from me, most definitely contact Dr. Whitney Curry. She can most definitely get in touch with me, or they will help. We will connect somehow. Right. This is what I will say. This. Let me share this, and then I will end here. I will show you that there is so many different there are not so many different because I didn't did it. I didn't did it in many cryptocurrencies, but I will show you how you can take your cryptocurrency if you want and convert it back to fiat, or even the possibility to use it on a debit card.
Mm.
Y'all hear what I'm saying? A debit card. You can go wait to an ATM and take your crypto and convert back to whatever currency of the country you in, whether it's US dollars, convert it back to US dollars and withdraw it out. Or you can go and not even touch the US dollars. You can just go and swipe
Swipe your card.
or input right into any terminal. They got tap features on some cards. Tap. It's that easy, that simple, just like the traditional financial institutions, except for, guess, the only difference of the money that's on this card? It's not what I earned.
Mm.
It was unearned.
Mm.
It was cash flow. It's watch this. It's passive residual income. It's money that's been generating from the vehicles. I'm sorry. It's money that I generated, or income that generated from the vehicles that my money been working. So I send my money out. It works. I say, stay out there working. Don't come back. You don't need water. You don't need no break. Money don't need all that. Remember, it's designed, it's a currency. When the purpose of a thing is unknown, abuse is inevitable. When you don't know what the purpose of money is, you're going to abuse it. And when you abuse it, what happened to something that's abused? It don't stay around long.
Mm-mm.
Never. It leaves. It go to somebody and say, they're going to use me for what? They find people that know what the purpose of it is. And so you use it for what its purpose is. It will continually to spit you off cash flow, positive income, right?
Mm-hmm.
Positive income, right? Passive income. plus income or unearned income. Never take the thing that you take the thing that you earn, the currency you earn, and you put it in a vehicle to generate you more passive residual income or cash flow. This card is used to spend cash flow, not the money I earn. The money I earn is still earning. So let me say this simple put.
That makes sense.
Yeah, this quick. If you got a goose that lay golden eggs, and somebody offer you $2 million for the goose, do you sell at 2 million or 3 million? How much y'all sell it for? 2 million or 3 million? How much you sell your goose for? It lays gold eggs. What you gonna sell your goose for? 1 million or 2 million? That's the $1 million question.
Mm-hmm.
Don't sell the thing to make you money.
No.
I was working at, I gotta see, I was working at another job. Every year we would go into what they would lay us off. People would sell their tools. I'm like, why would you sell your tools? And they would come to me because I would buy them. And then right around the next year, when we go back to where I say, all right, man, let me buy my tools. I said, you better go buy me another set for next
Come
year.
on.
And I got 4 or 5 sets of tools that now they rent back from me because I said, no, because I told you not to sell your tools. I said,
Mm-hmm.
listen, you want to do something? Let's go find you some jobs. Let's go find some
Mm-hmm.
jobs. I'll find you some jobs so you can
Mm-hmm.
use your tools.
Mm-hmm.
But nah, I just need the money. And they would sell their tools. You never sell the goose. The goose say you
Mm-hmm.
no golden egg. You never spend this on a Gucci bag or a Gucci belt
Come
or some
on.
Gucci shoes. You take this
Mm-hmm.
and put it to work, and it
Come
will pay
on.
for your Gucci shoe.
Come on. Come
Right.
on.
That's it.
That's a fact. And here's the thing. I know, Steve, I know you could keep going order, non-stop because it's so much.
Yeah, it
So
is.
much. And that's why I want people to connect with you. I want people to get in touch with you. And like he said, you can find him on Instagram. You can also find him on Facebook, Crypto Steve. My husband, they do work together, and it's Curry Speaks. You'll find him as well. A lot of motivation, a lot of input. They do coaching, financial coaching, all those different types of things, walking you through how to spend your money and make your money work for you so that you're not chasing after the money.
Right.
And so I just want to tell you, Steve, I appreciate you. So many people are on here saying how great this was, how much they appreciated this. And this is just like a tiny tip of the iceberg. Like, this isn't even all. He has so much inside of him that God has put there. So I want you guys to take advantage of this. Take advantage of the opportunities that he is making available to you all on tonight. Yes, there's so much that we haven't been taught just as a people in general, unfortunately. And so we're changing things. We're here. That's what we're here for. We're here so that we can make a difference, that we can be giving, that we can share what we have so that at some point, I want everyone that's around me to have money. I
Hey,
want us all to be able.
hey.
People talk about us going to Dubai. I'm like, hey, you can come too. You
That's
can
right.
join us in Dubai. Y'all always going to Dubai. You don't want to go? You come with us. You know what I mean? Like, let's make this a group thing where we all can be a part of the wealth that God has laid up for us, that He
That's
wants us. And the key here is that it's laid up. So it's not coming down to us. We have to move up to where that wealth mental state is. And so we love you too, Sherry. Thank you so
right.
much for joining us. I love you, Tanyana. I love you all. My husband, I love you all. Everyone who has tuned in, you have made this such a phenomenal season. Thank you so much. So Steve, any last words before we wrap this up?
So you can find me on Instagram, crypto_Steve. Just know, because I had a whole bunch of people send me posts saying that someone been asking them for money using my name. I will never ask you for money ever. Never ever. Also, you can find me on Facebook at Crypto Steve. I have two. So YouTube channel, if you go to subscribe to YouTube, Crypto Steve YouTube channel, that is a phenomenal asset tools I got there. They got some phenomenal tools, asset tools, tools that you can go on and watch, record, rewind, play, pause, whatever, and learn some of the strategy, learn some of the things that will teach you how to become financial fit. Also, crypto support on Facebook. It's one of the most valuable things. It's a group that that is anybody can join. Just answer the questions that's there. There's 3 questions. I want to make sure ain't nobody coming in and just trying to scam or hack people. So I need to know you got to have a profile picture up. But again, I appreciate you, Dr. Whitney Curry, for allowing me to be here in your season, your last season. It was an honor, a blessing, and I'm gonna tell you, and all the people, you, Code Blue, Sherry Brown, I see Keish, I see everybody
Mm-hmm.
that's on here. I appreciate you. And my wife, I know she on here. Yep. I.E. Brenner. Hey, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you again for allowing me to be here to just tell my story. And for sure, I know it's going to spark something in someone, right?
Absolutely, for sure.
Mhm.
So someone said 10 p.m. tonight.
10 p.m. tonight.
Is there something happening 10 p.m. tonight? Or you have training
Yes,
tonight?
yes, yes, yes. I'm sorry. Monday
You
night.
are
Yeah,
talking about.
yes,
Yeah. So yes, Rick, be on tonight at 10 p.m. 10 p.m.
yes,
Eastern
sir.
Standard
We love
Time.
you too.
Is it Eastern Standard Time, Steve?
Yes, Eastern Standard Time. Yeah.
Get out of here, Rick. You ain't nobody leaving you out. Bye. Ain't nobody leaving you out. That's what this is about. It's for everyone.
Everybody,
Everyone.
it's enough money. And listen, y'all, don't think you don't have to be greedy. It's enough for everybody.
Yes. Yes.
Every single body. There's no way you can get it all. No way.
Yes.
So much money
Yes.
in the world.
Come on
And when
here.
you think you done got enough, you gonna get it all. Just remember, there's some more for somebody else. Just pass it on to somebody else.
Come on here.
Uh,
For real. I need to get on. I'm like Sherry Brown. Come on, somebody. Like
come
for
on,
real.
somebody.
So I love you all. Thank you again, Steve, so much, so much. I appreciate you. And listen, this has been Ladies Takeover Empowerment Podcast. Again, we are here. We're all about helping you to succeed and to become the very best version of yourself. So please make sure you subscribe, like our channel, share our channel, our podcast, Ladies Takeover. We're on Spotify. You'll see our live season on YouTube. You will also be able to get great information if you contact us and put in your information. We'll be sending stuff out throughout the year about some of and spotlighting some of our guests, such as Crypto Steve Coates and Dr. Dominique Curry, and some phenomenal people that have been on this series. So I want to say thank you to all of them, to Reston Jackson, to Ida Jackson, to Crypto Steve, to Shelby Thompson, to Dominique Curry, to Rick Banner, and also to Naturally Snatched with Alicia. You guys have been amazing and have made this season absolutely phenomenal, like Steve would say, just phenomenal. And so we thank you all for thinking enough of me that you would join us to get more information, reaching out, getting help, mental stability, mental health, mental awareness, financial stability, and financial awareness, as well as a wealth awareness. So we're here for the whole family. We're here for you. And so stay tuned, because you will see more seasons coming from us. But for now, guys, for now, just this season, this is the last episode of season 5. So thank you so much. I love you. I love you. I love you. See you next time.